Hi, I'm Construction Gamer and this is Transport Fever 2. Urban Games have very kindly let me have an early access key so I can take a look at the game ahead of its release on the 11th of December. I'll get it right this time. So far I've taken a look at some of the basic features of the new game, showing you some of the differences in the mechanics to Transport Fever 1. Most of the controls and the mechanics will be familiar to anyone who's played the Transport Fever, but they are just ever so slightly adjusted for Transport Fever 2, hopefully for the better. In the last few episodes we were in the Steam era, was just getting things set up. We got our first cargo line set up in the last episode. As you can tell, I've progressed time forward ever so slightly so we can take a look at some of the newer vehicles which will come with Transport Fever 2. Non-Stop Euro Trip, who is a regular viewer of my channel, was keen for me to take a look in close up at this ICE 1, which is a high-speed train built by Siemens for Deutsche Bahn, which operates on the German high-speed, well, it did operate on the German high-speed network, constructed between 1989 and 1993. Now, according to Wikipedia, which I'm using as my source of information, it has a top speed of 174 miles per hour. I'm just going to check the shop real quick before going back to it. Let's see what it says. Buy a vehicle. You can see here ICE 1 on here, 174 top speed, so this is pretty much bang on. How long is it? It's very long. I think it's about almost 300 meters, I want to say, so I've had to extend some of the stations. I've also been playing with the more modern stations as they've been unlocked. We'll just take a quick look at this. So it is a full length high-speed train and it does look rather nice. Now, one of the things with this which I think is most interesting is it's actually making a profit. Now, famously, high-speed trains in Transport Fever 1 never really seemed to make a profit, or it was difficult to make them make a profit, and this one isn't doing too bad at all. In fact, it's one of my most profitable trains. I mean, the journey itself isn't particularly long. The train doesn't get up to full speed. I think it gets up to about 100 and let's just speed things on along a bit. I think it's about 110 before it has to slow down again for the station. It's never completely full. It hasn't been up until now anyway, and it's making a little bit of a profit. I say a little bit, it's making a lot of a profit. Let's see this speed now, what it gets up to just before it has to slow down. So 111, 12. What are we looking at? Oh, 120. How close are we? Almost there. So I got up to 120, so it didn't get up to its maximum speed. It's about 2/3 full, not or less, and it's making a profit. So the good news is, with the current mechanics, I know this is an early access game, so it might be adjusted slightly. We do seem to be able to make a profit on a relatively short route with high-speed trains. That's just the dog taking a look around the living room with the wooden floor. So yeah, that is good news. High-speed trains can make money relatively easily by the looks of things. So that is let's jump back on board. Well, not on board, but let's take a look. That is the DB ICE 1. There you go, non-stop Euro trip. Had a good non-stop Euro trip. You've had a good look at that, and you'll have to take a closer look when you get the game yourself in a couple of weeks time. So that's that one, and what I wanted to do now is this is my current playthrough, so I'm just seeing the game, how far I can take it and how easy it is to make money and different things like that, so I can test all the different mechanics. I'll just nip over now to the sandbox, which will have all of the trains from all of the countries unlocked, and we'll take a look at some of the modern high-speed trains which are new to the game. Okie dokie, so you join me back here in my little sandbox that I've created to take a look at some of the new high-speed trains that come with Transport Fever 2. I've also been playing around with the new station arrangement as well, so we'll just dive into the actual depot and have a look at what vehicles are available. So if we go new vehicle, The thing we want to look for first of all is the multiple units, and we want to look at the electrical multiple units, the EMUs. We've got a few in here which are familiar ones, like the Metroliner, the RE450, the Rabe D, things like that. They are all pretty standard. The new ones are, we have the Avelia Liberty, which is basically a TGV built for North American high-speed lines, capable of 186 miles per hour. It is line colourable as well, so that changes most of the body colour to the desired colour that you want. The other one is, we've already looked at the ice one, but we can take a look at that again. That just, the line colour on that paints the line down the middle, which usually with Deutsche Bahn colours would be red, but you can just change that colour there. The other one is the Shinkansen O series. That is line colourable as well, in as much as it changes the colour of the streak down the side. That is obviously the Japanese high-speed train, one of the very first high-speed trains. It does 137. Unfortunately, I can't tell you when these become available because I have a mod installed which unlocks them all, and for some reason it's hiding the date, so apologies for that, but we can have a good look at these anyway. And this one is a Foing How, I can't pronounce that, Foing How, I think, which obviously is a Chinese or Asian high-speed train, capable of, again, 186 miles per hour. This one, you can actually change the colour, but you can't see it very clearly there. It just changes the streak down there and on the front as well. It's a pretty good looking high-speed train, I think. I think this ES1 is new as well, and you can see that's line crawlable, but that's not a high-speed train, although it's capable of 99 miles per hour, which isn't too bad for a high-density EMU, and that looks quite good with the line colour as well. So yeah, they are the new high-speed trains. There is a new DMU, only capable of 62 miles per hour, but I thought I'd mention it anyway because I don't think DMU's really featured other than this Pioneer Zephyr, which appeared in the first game, or Transport Fever 1. This one only capable of 162, like I said, but it's a DMU, and they are handy to have, especially more modern ones, because they seem to, on Transport Fever 1, after the rail bus or that, they just seem to drop off. So that's a look in the depot. Let's take a look at them in the actual built environment. Actually, what I wanted to show you as well, just before I do that, is by a vehicle, not strictly a high-speed vehicle, but it is quite fast, is this new Eurodual, which I suppose is supposed to be a Siemens Vectron. I think you can't really change the colour. You can change the colour of the ends over the cabs a little bit, but these are capable of 99 miles per hour, so if you wanted to do a loco hauled service with some carriages, you've got 125 miles per hour ones. These look quite good actually. I'll show you this first. So we've got these carriages here connected to this Eurodual electric train here. So that creates quite a nice looking loco hauled vehicle actually when it's together. So that's one option if you don't want to go high speed. Let's take a look at something. Let's see if we can find something. Where are you? Yeah, this is the Shinkansen O series in all its glory. Looks quite good, I think. And then if we chop over here to, what are you? You're the Foing Ho, 186 miles per hour, and that looks rather good. Let's just play that forward a little bit. Unfortunately, the doors seem to be opening the wrong side, but this is an early access game, so there are a couple of little things to fix before it's released officially, but that looks rather good. Obviously, if you're playing on a fixed terrain, you'd have to have Asian vehicles enabled if you wanted to have this. Otherwise, you'd have to have all vehicles enabled, which I'm sure a lot of people do. But that really does look quite fancy. All of these high-speed trains are fixed formations, so you can't change them as yet. There might be a mod out, possibly in order to build your own, but these will require the 320 meter long station. Where is the little American, not little, the American one, the Avalia Liberty, which is basically, it's like a modern TGV built for the American high-speed line, according to the jargon in the description. And again, that looks quite good as well. Let's just jump on board there. 186 miles per hour, and obviously this will appear in the US train pack if you have a fixed train pack selected. So yeah, they are the 3 new fixed formation high-speed trains, and they all look rather good, especially these 2 here with their very high speeds. And obviously we've got the existing ones. We've got the electrical multiple units, TGV, still pretty rapid, 186 miles per hour. We still have the Speed Dance Express, which is a little slow, 150, 149 miles per hour. Again, this will be a US high-speed express train. This would be in the European, and the ICE would be in the European. So you've got a good selection of vehicles there if you decide to fix your trains to a specific country. And let's just take a look at this Vectron, or Eurodual should I call it, and this does look quite good. Again, 99 miles per hour is no slouch, especially for a loco hauled service. So there's some pretty good looking vehicles in this new in the new game, I think, and I'm sure you'll enjoy using those. I'm pretty sure there will be some mods out, but if before the mods come out, you've got a good selection of vehicles to use, especially later on in the game. It's just unfortunate that I can't show you the dates at the minute because of that mod, that all vehicles are enabled from 1850 mod that I have enabled hides that date. Just thought I'd show you the brand new train station. So these are the new, when you progress through the game and you unlock the new modern station buildings, you will unlock these things. So you unlock different coloured platforms. So we've got some of the older looking cobblestone and paved platforms. Let's go out of that. So you've got the older ones which will be available to you as you progress through the game, and you can see the station name actually appears in the name board now, which is rather good. But with the newer looking buildings, you have newer platforms as well, which all look rather fancy. And what you can do with these, you have canopies. So you have the couple of old canopies like these ones here, but once you progress to the more modern buildings, you have these ones which are just plain, but you also have some fancy looking raised ones as well. So just exit out of that. If you have them next to a platform canopy like that, you will produce that sort of look. Let's just extend that out. Let's configure again, get the platforms up, get the modern platforms. And the great thing about this new system is you can have a huge concourse area if you wanted to make a more realistic looking train station. But on this, if you connect those up together, you will have a bit of a wavy roof going on, which looks rather fancy. But if you put it next to the railway like this, or next to the track side rather, you will have this sort of glass canopy sort of thing going over. And what I've been tending to do with these is I've been having these on the side entrances just to denote that there's a side entrance there. It just makes it look a little bit different. So what we can do is, if we go back to configure the station, get the platform, get some track in there, and then get 2 pieces in, get some platforms, get the modern platforms, chuck those in there, and then get the MISC, and then get the wavy looking roof there. And then what I'd do is I'd either put a passenger building here on the side, which you can do, which connects up to roads, or you can put in just a set of steps if you wanted to, like so. So it just creates another entrance like that. It's not the best view because we do have a bit of terrain there, but yeah, this whole new system for train stations is rather good, I think, and really does open up the horizon. So you can have terminus platforms. You can have through platforms all in one station, so you're not limited anymore just to either a terminus or a through station. You can have both, which is a lot more realistic. In a lot of station configurations they do have bay platforms, which are like terminus platforms, and through platforms as well, so you can see all the different variations. You can just go to town with all the different things, and I'm fairly certain again there will be mods which will have different buildings and things in the future, but I think for now you do have plenty to play with. Just have a quick look at this little DMU here. Like I said, it's only capable of 62, but if you've got a bit of an interurban line or even an urban line going on, these could be quite handy, especially for lines where perhaps the train might not reach a speed higher than 62 miles per hour anyway. I think these will be fixed to, I'm not sure which ones these belong to. Does it tell me if we go and buy a vehicle? Let's have a look. Buy a vehicle, diesel multiple units. This is a series equipped with blah blah blah. Doesn't say. Wear free recuperating brakes. Great. They look Russian to me, I want to say, but it could be European, not quite sure, but we do have those in there. While we're here, may as well look at the locomotives. I think we've got a couple. We've got the China Railways, so we've got this one here, 75, 106, so that's pretty rapid as well, the China Railways SS9G. Again, that will be fixed to a Asian vehicle pack, and I don't think there's anything new for the US. Obviously this one, the HP8, is returning from Transport Fever 1, and the Eurodual is obviously European, and the two China ones. Diesel locomotives, nothing I can see which is new here. I think the GE P42 is a returning vehicle, and so is the Series 246 that's returning from Transport Fever 1. So there we are. There are some of the new high-speed trains which will be available on Transport Fever 2 when it comes out, which you'll be able to get your hands on in the 11th of December, so not too long at all. The wait is slowly coming down. So there we are. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave you with a view of this train here again, because it really does look rather nice. I'm going to leave it there for today. It's just a quick look at some of the high-speed trains. So yeah, there we are. Leave it there. And I'm going to say, until next time, bye bye.